Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy f***. This ram here, the most useful thing I have around the farm. And Robbie, he's useful as well. He is really going to affect my breeding plans. This is him. Let's have a look. Welcome back. Myself and Robbie have just landed down here to move these yo lambs again. Fluke dose. We're after getting roped into a job. We're moving a few heifers here. The farmer here has asked us to stand in the gap. We'll get a look at these heifers running across. Nice animals. Let's have a look at them. Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy f***. Now, that job just didn't go 100% to plan. We're setting up here. We're after closing that gate across. We've a Land Cruiser here and a mobile race. This is the hill that they came off.
Crow Patrick.
Aye, Robbie's Crow Patrick that he got all the hardship on the last day. Hopefully it'll not be as much hardship today now.
Well, hopefully not.
We're working on this gap here. It shouldn't be as bad. So this is actually a big collecting pen. I'll try and give you a look. It's like one big pen surrounded by wire. And we just closed off that gate there. But what we're going to do is we're going to run the lambs down through this gate here, get them out in here, and we might use this pass up here. Just give you a look at that. There's a kind of a gravel pass that's fenced with sheep wire both sides here. So what we might do, the lambs are actually coming in here and going off up that way. What we're going to do is maybe stick the jeep here, set our race up somewhere there, and as they go out of the race they can just go on up to that next field of grass over there. So right, we'll try and get them out here. We'll hope for the best. We definitely got a lot of hardship the last day.
Did you get the dog?
It was character building, I think, Robbie.
Oh, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
With the climb this hill today, it'll be turkey good night.
Robbie reckons no matter how bad it is today, it can't be as bad as the last day we were here.
Definitely not.
We'll get the dog here. I will see if we can get them out. Little pups, come on. Good job. So this hill behind me here is the one that we had all the hardship trying to get them out, up at the top of that field where the gate was. But if you look at the field, look how much it's greened already. It's surprising how much it's greened up. And that's only a week since we moved these lambs across into this field, and this is pretty well at now. So Robbie's just gone on the distance here with Pops. I'm just getting set up here. Gap's a little bit mucky, but it's not as bad as it was. It's a bit harder underfoot, so we'll hope for the best. So Robbie's just gone over the top of the hill. He's bringing them around here with the dog. So if you look at the grass here, it's well at, but it's not as tightly yet as the last field. So we'll try and keep them moved on. This farmer wants me gone by first week of February, so we have a few more fields. So we're just kind of timing and budgeting the grass that we have it at, and we're gone in time. We have to have a look now and see if this ram lamb is still in this. If you remember from the last video of moving these out through the muddy gap, I had my suspicion of a ram lamb. Didn't get anything done since that. It's been a week. Hopefully it's not a ram. Let's have a look. So you'll see the ground conditions here. Quite a bit of mud there, moisture and mud. Ideal conditions for the mud snail. Because the temperature is slightly over 10 degrees at times, it's ideal conditions for liver fluke. Way. This is looking a bit more promising than the last time. Come on, Pops, bring them on. Robbie's just navigating the steep hill. It's pretty steep up there. Lovely job. Happy days. Now we got them out handy enough. Robbie, no major hardship
No
this time.
major hardship, one stuck in the wire up there, but Robert talked to her nice and gentle and said, come along, baby.
Good man, that's the job. Right, we got a race set up next.
Up! Up!
Because these are lambs, I'm actually going to narrow it in. They're inclined to turn a little bit, so I can do that here. I can narrow it in. It's very good for just making it that bit easier when handling them.
Alright, get me under the...
So these few behind me, they're after escaping, got out under the gate. Escape artists. Try and get them in next here. Come by. Oh, holy Jesus. You alright? Come on, come on, come on. No. No, put it back.
Our Lord fell 3 times, you know.
Yeah, well, it's a miracle now you didn't fall last week and you fell here now.
Our Lord fell 3 times. But he had a cross on him. He gave it to
Yeah. But we all have a cross to bear. No, very simple stuff. It doesn't even look that high here and they're still fit to get out underneath it. Anyway, we'll have them here.
So we let them in now.
I'm just not set up here yet, but if you stay here, Robbie, right? If you stay here, mind the hole, I'll stick up a couple of gates and you can run them in then, right? Okay.
Yourself, don't fall now.
No, I'll leave that to you. Now I think we're set up, so I'll just give you a look at it here. Simple enough. Actually taking more gates than I had estimated, but anyway, it's just as well I have them. So using the sheep wire both sides, handling system, just leave that hooked onto the Jeep. So this gate here, it's a gate inside a frame. It's quite useful to be able to fill that. It's just easier for Robbie keeping them up to me, where he doesn't have to be running after them trying to get the race full. And then we are up to the back of the race here. I have my gates or panels of the hurdles narrowed in a bit. Just means that the lambs can't turn. I'll narrow these ones in a minute. So I'll just go down to Robbie here and we'll get this pen. We're going to fill them. This will be like our collecting pen. We'll get them all gathered up in here now. I'm going to bring down these 2 gates. These gates will do a specific job for Robbie to keep them up, tighten them up, so he doesn't have to be running down the whole way down to here to get lambs every time he wants to fill the little collecting pen. So we'll get them in here next. All right.
All right.
Ready to roll? We're putting them into this kind of a collecting pen here. If Robbie's going to stay here and guard the hole here, could stick a gate in it, but it's not going to be hard to get them into this pen here. Come on, come by, Pops. Come by. Come on, come on, come by, Pops. Shh. Shh. Come on, come by, Pops. Come by. Come by. Happy days.
So far, so good.
Yeah, all in now. Would they get under that one, do you think?
Of course they would.
They probably would. Smaller ones would, yeah.
Yeah, they're really not to pay the smaller.
Right. Yeah, we've got enough hardship with these lambs in the last couple of weeks. So Robbie reckons they get under there, which they probably would. So what we're going to do is we'll use these two gates here and we'll keep them tightened up here. But very fancy stuff here today now. We've no bale or twine with us, so we're using chains that I have from the shed. I brought them with me.
Moved into the 21st century.
Now, lovely job. So we've all pretty tightened up in this yard now. It should leave the thing a bit easier to keep the race filled. So I'll go and get my dose and stuff ready to roll and we'll make a start. So you'll see I have this section of the race narrowed in and I just have to do this one here. So I do that using this lug here. Instead of putting the pin through that lug, it goes in through that one. So we just have to loosen the pin at the front here, like so. Get that one out. And then that pushes in like that. And that's it. So that's the race narrowed in here. You'll see it's nice and narrow. It's just that little bit easier for working with these young lambs. It just makes it a bit simpler because they're not able to turn then in the race. So get the backpack on. Jeez, a lot of pressure there.
Oh, well, it's overdue.
Right. So I actually have left. I leave the race on my Land Cruiser here. I leave it hooked on here for the simple reason it's probably the trickiest job trying to hook it on again after you disconnect. So I've all my dose and stuff in the back of the Jeep. It's just handy to have it beside you. A downside is the lambs aren't as inclined to run by you, but once they start, they get going then. So we'll make a start here.
That's a good backpack.
It's handy. It's definitely handy, Robbie. Yeah. For my belt, for my gun here. What are we dosing with? We're on Fluke Ivor today. Active ingredient is clansantal. It is one of the better Fluke doses. I don't think there's any known resistance to this. But the problem along with any doses is overuse is the biggest problem. So give it a good shake. That's the first job. Actually check my dose rate. So 50 kilos. I know some of them won't be 50 kilos, but that's about the heaviest of them. 10 millilitres, that's what we give them. So I should actually have my own backpacks coming to the shop in about 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks time. Just keep an eye out, sheepschoolshop.com if you're interested, I am going to sell a few of them because it's probably the most useful thing I have around the farm, apart from the handling system, of course. And Robbie, he's useful as well.
Costs nothing to look at and very little to buy.
Right, we're going to make a start here. Backpack on, dose and gun, sheep ready, Robbie's ready. Pops is keeping an eye on things out here. We'll make a start.
Right. Come on.
Oh, we're probably not too bad there, Robbie. We'll close in after that. Right, so that's pretty comfortable. We've what? We have 8 in the race, not too bad. We've about 200 lambs to dose.
40 minutes.
We'll rattle through them. I'd say it'll be more than that. So I'll just set my dose and gun here to 10. Going to give them 10 millilitres of this causulty. Now, first fill done.
Up.
All right.
Come on.
Right. Yeah, go ahead. So just want to give you a look at something here. This lamb at the front of the race, you'll see a white disc in along with her tag. I'll try and give you a look at that. So that white disc, I use coloured discs on my yo lambs. I use a different coloured disc for each ram that I'm using. And even though I know the ancestry on the software, and you'll see me messing around with the EID reader and scanning tags, so I know all the ancestry and backbreeding, but it's a visual way of keeping an eye on the type of sheep you're breeding and what lines they're from and rams they're from. And I'm just noticing quite a few of these with the white discs. They're very nice yo lambs. Which ram are they out of? This ram here. Yep, the one that I got dead. So this is the last crop of yo lambs I'll ever have of him. But look, that's the joys of it. I was just talking to a farmer a few days ago who brought in a very expensive ram from the UK, and he had a lot of repeats from the ram and he had to replace him with another ram, and by the end of it he died. That is the joys of it. Rams can be a tricky one. Let me know your own experiences in the comments. Are you having much bad luck with rams this year? Sore feet, I had a couple with sore feet as well. It's been a difficult year, especially for the rams when they're out working hard at Tuppenheim. But yeah, that's the joys of sheep farming. Now, if you remember that day when we moved these through the mucky gap in that last video, here's a lamb here with a single tag and a little something hanging between his legs. If that is a ram lamb, he is really going to affect my breeding plans. I was very concerned there was a ram lamb in it. A lad with one tag. Now I only tag my ram lambs with one tag, and I tag my yo lambs with the 2 tags, the EID sets. So I found this lad with the 1 tag. This is him. Importantly, she's got some lady bits. So what caught me out was, if you look here, she's a little bit of wool under her belly there. A little bit of dirty wool hanging in under her belly, and it looked like some man parts, we'd say. So thankfully no ram running with these young lambs, because that would be a total disaster. And I have actually heard of some horror stories where farmers have been retaining young lambs on for breeding hoggets the following year, and maybe a lamb or tup lamb breaks in and does a lot of damage, and then they all start lambing. So thankfully not in this case. Last race dosed. Get them out. Come on. Shh. So you see the lambs are just working their way up, going up the pass. They're all actually out here in this field. We'll just head up and close the gate in a minute. Robbie, not too bad.
Very good, very good. I told you 20 minutes.
I'd say we're a bit longer than that now. I'd say we're about an hour.
I was often longer in confessions.
A man like you would have a lot to confess.
Well, a couple of the priests stayed after me telling them.
We're only joking there now.
That's all.
You're all right after your speed wobble.
Oh, I'm never going to live that down. Our Lord fell 3 times.
If anyone is worried about him, he's fine.
I fell once.
You fell on the hill up here. You have another fall yet.
Oh, that was Calvary.
Right, that's it. We've the lambs done. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Good luck. God bless.